In this edition of the Carbuncle Chronicle, we're going to the moon! Welcome, folks, to the Carbuncle Chronicle, your podcast for everything awesome in Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Basil. I play a Lalafell summoner named 4K Ridesk, and along with me on this podcast ride is...
I'm Anna. I play a Lala dancer named Cormia Ridesk.
I am Douglas. I don't play at the moment.
Sometimes.
I don't play because... they promised me that I could be a bunny boy, and I'm still not a bunny boy, so I'm still stuck being a cat boy, who is named Umito de la Lune, the fanciest of fancy names. And I am a white mage, maybe a black mage.
I was like, black white mage.
But not a red mage. This is very clear. It's either white or black, but not red.
Right. Very on the gray scale.
And along with us, we have two very, very special guests. We have Jazzy.
Hi, I'm Jazzy. My character's name is Saja Majime. I'm a Viera of short stature, and I like to beat things up, and I like to heal things. Basically, I just play all the tanks and healers. That's pretty much it, but Warrior's where it's at. And yeah, just Jazzy go smash. Hi.
And sometimes we have people that go craft, amongst other things, like our other guest, Denmo.
Hi, I'm Denmo. I like to go craft, amongst other things. Also, I'm strong and huge for a Lalafell.
That's because secretly all Lalafells are strong and huge. People just don't realize it.
I'm the only one.
Oh, okay. I will have to adjust my character accordingly. This is important for headcanon, so...
Very important details here.
It's true. I mean, you got to make sure you've got your headcanon straight, or not. It really depends on what you were...
But Basil, remember, you're beefy. You're not strong. You're just beefy.
That's true. So, yes, Final Fantasy XIV. It's this MMO we all play, and we have a good time, and it's been a very, very exciting time lately for Final Fantasy XIV because we've just had a big old announcement showcase. There are new interviews popping up left and right, and as we were preparing for this, I didn't even realize they have started the Little Ladies / Valentine's Day event because COVID-19 is terrible, and they're having to do weird event squishes nowadays. So we're getting both events at the same time, but the story's cute. You get to see the songbirds for a minute, and there's a hat.
And a plushie. That's about it, though. Like, it's... Sadly, you know, like we said, the COVID times have made events a very scarceness thing. But we understand. I mean, they're working really hard to try to get the big meat of everything out, so some things are going to be affected.
I don't understand. Viera and Hrothgar have been out for like 2 years now, and the hats still don't work, and they still don't have the other gendered counterparts. I am mad.
Well, I think, okay, yes, the hat should fit. I very much agree. The hat should fit. But I also understand that COVID-19 is... games are constantly getting delayed. And there's actually other things we'll bring up later on in the podcast that COVID-19 has impacted on the 14 side. But it really is a thing.
Like, didn't they have, like, a huge, like, slideshow thing during, like, the live letter or the other thing? I forget which. It was so much stuff in one night that they basically just laid out, here's everything we're doing, and here's what broke, but we're trying.
That was the part of the live letter where everyone struggled to stay awake.
Yeah, that was like the second half of the live letter. So this was like 1 or 2 in the morning, at least if you live in the central time zone. The correct time zone. And
Here.
And that was when they were like, so, here's how the scheduling works for making everything happen, and here's all the checks that we do. and here's our timetables, and this is how we plan things out. And it was like, holy 7 hells. Oh my God. This is so much all at once. Oh God. So
Like, I saw the graphs after the fact, and it was just terrifying.
See, I don't think I've even gotten to see those. I just caught up on what I could because I had to work that morning, so I didn't get to watch pretty much any of it.
I mean, considering that Final Fantasy XIV was more or less created in a spreadsheet where Yoshida even planned in the bathroom breaks. Like, I guess this shouldn't surprise me, but...
Hopefully he's not doing that anymore.
I'd
hate to have like 3 or 5 years of bathroom breaks planned out.
Well, especially now if you're working from home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I mean, good on Square Enix.
Well, that explains the delays, all these bathroom break planning going on, you know. COVID fucked that up, so I guess we don't have raids anymore, but that's another topic.
But Yoshi P can still go to the bathroom, and so we're still thankful for that.
Well, yeah. Producer-director gets to go to the bathroom when he wants.
With his big clanky old boots.
That probably have Square Enix embedded on the bottom, so when he walks on the moon,
Absolutely.
And of course, he's got a special holder for his rings inside his bathroom. He's got like a
the
mannequin
extra 5
hand.
slots went. That's where the extra 5 slots went. It was for
Right,
Yoshi's rings.
He's probably got like 2 mannequin hands inside the bathroom just reaching up, and he slips the rings on.
Oh my God.
Calls one Charlie and the other David.
At this point, those are probably actually interns whose job it is to delicately remove the rings.
Oh God.
And place them back.
No.
Oh, God.
That
I had a
sounds
much
so
worse
terrifying.
image. I had a oh my gosh. I was like, the hands are mannequins, they're the interns.
Yoshi
Those are the hands of the interns that crossed Yoshi P.
Ooh.
You were
Yoshi
too
P.
vague
There we
in your
go.
planning there. You
He
were
no
too vague in
longer-
your plan.
Those are the people that still ask for butt sliders.
Oh my gosh, he no longer has to make bathroom breaks. He just has interns now.
Ew.
Well, he did. Now he's working from home too, so perhaps one of the things that they've been working on that has also been impacted by COVID-19 is something called Endwalker, which is the big thing they've announced. It's the new expansion for Final Fantasy XIV coming in the fall of 2021 versus probably June when we would have gotten it had we had a normal 2020.
Why is it walking, though? Why wasn't it running?
Because he had RP stance on.
Oh.
So the main character was Yoshi P's boots.
So the moon is an RP venue?
Yes.
I mean, it's got breathable air apparently, so don't worry about it.
Come to the moon. We've got brothels. Make sure you walk.
Don't run.
So we know you're in character.
That's right.
I will say, as much fun as it was getting to see the trailer and being the excitement and everything, it was so sad not getting to watch it at FanFest. Like, we watched the last 2 at FanFest, and it was just so sad not to be in a room full of screaming fans and whatnot.
Yeah, we were really looking forward to going.
I'm not gonna lie though, I'm actually kind of a little happy about the delay because it'll give me time to get enough PTO so I can make sure to ask for like a week off.
Oh, yeah.
So I could just suffer in Endwalkers. Gotta get that early access, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yes, just as long as we don't have to talk to Raubon fight the first couple of
Oh
days.
no.
Oh God.
I made a macro for that. Like, not like a 14 macro. I made a macro using my Razer keyboard so I could click without having to keep clicking because my wrist was starting to hurt.
Oh,
Like, I just sat here at my desk for like 3 hours just watching Raubon and trying to click him using my keyboard macro, and I couldn't use my computer, so I was just sitting on my phone just kind of waiting.
I gave up and just went to gather stuff and made mad money.
Yeah, I think I gave up and went leveling.
Like, I just made mad cash. It was the thing to do at the time.
I actually surprisingly did manage to get in. It took 3 hours, but I specifically remember around that time when I got in, and I just completely went bonkers. And then, I did the thing. It was magical, honestly.
Yeah, we had a friend. He was in the very first set of people going through, so he got through, and then right after he slipped through is when the bottleneck happened. So he was already in Kugane when we were all still trying to get to Raubon, and he was like, "It's so weird, no one's here."
But that was I guess now 2 expansions ago, or at least will be 2 expansions to go, and they definitely fixed those problems by and large with Shadowbringers. So I'm pretty sure Endwalker will not have that issue, but it has all sorts of neat things. It makes sense that our poster boy is now a paladin, because much like in Final Fantasy IV, our Dark Knight, I guess, feels real bad about the actions he's taken, and now must be a paladin as he hops on the lunar whale I'll pay stupid money for to get to the moon with.
I still think it should have been a summoner.
I don't disagree, as I play primarily a summoner, and I would love to see some Book Lorden go with the Warrior of Light, but they've always been kind of a meathead as far as showing off the various jobs go, so it makes sense they're a paladin.
Summoner's not as marketable.
It's true.
Is it not?
No, I mean, it's... Yeah, I mean, unless they, completely redid Summoner and made it cool.
It's the book, really. I mean, if Summoner had, a kick-ass, hammer or some shit, they would totally go for it, but no.
Or maybe a scythe. I hear scythes are big right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now? When have they ever not been big?
Well...
It's true. I mean, ever since Gundam Wing, right?
I want to say before Gundam Wing, but I don't know what to point to in order to say that. I just want to say that I think scythes have been cool for a long time.
Look, all I'm saying is that Gundam Wing had a death scythe, and Gundams also have these things called fin funnels, and now apparently so does the new job they've announced, which is Sage.
Sage.
Which, admittedly, before we started watching the announcement showcase, Doug did go, I would love to see Oracle announced. And Oracle and Sage are pretty interchangeable terms for each other for Final Fantasy jobs are concerned.
Yes. I would have preferred Oracle, but I feel like Oracle can be split pretty nicely between Astrologian and Sage. So the Sage was really the part that was missing.
I'm just terrified. When I saw it the first time, I just looked at him like, what is this? I don't know what's happening, but I want every single part of it. I don't know what this is, but I want it. Especially when Alphino came in, he just was like, whoosh, and I was like, who gave Alphino a gun? Who gave him 4 guns? This is amazing. I love it. 100%.
For a second, I thought he had actually job classed into machinist, because of the gunness of it. But I like the idea of the swirling blades. I'm a little bit sad it's not a DPS class, because the weapon just looks like a DPS class. But
this is Final Fantasy XIV. We're all DPS. Let's be honest.
Sure, he's
here.
a green DPS.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that, because are they actually going to give back a little bit of the DPS rotation for healers at level 90, or what?
I don't know. I mean, and the fact that of the 3 skills that they showed, 2 were the DPS skills. So I'm interested to see what.
Wow, it has 2 DPS skills.
Well, okay. I mean, of the 3,
that's one more than what most healers have, right?
I mean,
no, White Mage, we have 2.
Astro, we have 2 in our AoE.
Nah, the dots don't count.
Oh, they don't count?
No.
Nope.
No.
So you've glare.
I also have holy. Thank you very much.
Okay, Holy's pretty boss. If we're being honest here,
true.
Holy is
It
pretty
is
great.
pretty boss. It's the melee DPS skill. It's
Okay, but then what is the AoE skill for Sage? It seems to be a very pinpoint class. How do you AoE with 4?
Well, it looked like they had a bunch of lasers. though.
Easily! The lasers should just go in a circle. You just get a hula skirt of lasers. Pew!
yes.
It's beautiful.
Laser hula skirt. I'm all for this idea. Oh, I was thinking you could make like a pentagram, like on the ground, and then just like dash really back and forth, like between that, sort of like ley lines.
Doug, your black mage is showing.
Like, legit, I'm just thinking, like, the 4 little buddies just float around your head, pointing down, like, around your area, floating downwards, and then they just spin. They just
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Just destroy neighbors and our enemies and
Yup.
neighbors alike.
Yep.
Alpha No accidentally cuts his sister in half.
But then he can
It's
heal
fine.
her. It's fine.
Exactly. It's fine. It's fine.
They also, it was interesting because normally there are multiple fan fests, and so they'll say usually the first one, yeah, there's going to be new jobs. This was, I think, the first time from the get-go they go, nope, here's the first one. There you go. And they even admitted that the second one is going to be a melee DPS.
With maiming.
Yeah, they had to shorten their reveal schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was
Every fan fest
essentially-
we got a way more details in one like showcase than we ever got in a fan fest. It just felt like more.
Yeah, I think it was more like it was like a combination of the North American and the European Fan Fest.
Yeah.
With information.
Because it's normally they have the American Fan Fest, the European Fan Fest, the Japanese Fan Fest, a press tour, then release. So it feels like we got announcement showcase, digital Fan Fest, and then I'm assuming there'll be some sort of press tour.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they still have more information to reveal because they
Oh
didn't
yeah, well yeah,
reveal.
Fan Fest will give us a lot.
They didn't reveal Bunny Boys, and I'm going to be very disappointed until they give me Bunny Boys.
But
Well, did they reveal Vieira right away? I think it was.
No, Vera was not revealed until Japan.
Yeah.
That's when we got that trailer that had the Vieira dancer.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, we got Vieira males to look forward to probably.
And also the Lion Ladies. Let's not forget Lion Ladies.
The Lion Ladies.
I personally am waiting to be a bunny boy, but I accept that other people want the Lion Ladies.
that said, we did get a shirt.
We got 2 shirts.
That's true, we did get 2 shirts.
The first shirt was the biggest troll. Yoshi P is the biggest troll for us.
I love it. That was so good because, like, for, like, I didn't even, like, legit, I didn't even look at the top, no comment text. Like, I was in on that image, but it was so faint you could barely see it. And then I was on Twitter and then I looked and I'm like, oh, I see.
And that's
see,
how you
Yoshi.
know, like, this community, no one cared. The second he comes out, everybody's like, shirt. We're gonna look, what's the shirt? What's the shirt? We're looking at the shirt.
And no comment.
No comment. But the second one, we get Skeletor.
Yeah.
Yeah. They, and it's, I feel like he even did this on purpose because it's like, look, you could go either way with any of these shirts. They're all death related. They all have Grim Reapers and they all have scythes. So I'm like, okay, Necromancer, okay, scythe something or another. Like, I'm like, this is mean. You knew exactly what you were doing with this.
I don't think it's Necromancer, and the
Yeah.
chief reason I don't think it's Necromancer is because as soon as he came out, him and Koji Fox bands heard a bit, and they were like, could it be Necromancer, maybe?
Yeah.
You know.
He could have been playing us for the fool, though, for all we know.
I know Templar
Yep.
Knight has been a really popular theory.
Yoshi
Templar.
also has said that we'll never be necromancers.
I think that, are you sure? Or was that like something that was in the Larry Zor video that he just came up with?
No, I'm pretty sure that I remember Yoshi P saying at a fan fest at some point, like a fan shouted something, and he just was like, "Oh no, we'll never do necromancers, because the Warrior of Light's a good guy, and raising the dead isn't a thing good people do."
Right.
Well,
I mean, that sounds like
and I
Yoshi
almost
P.
feel like they like counteracted that though, because we had that necromancer boss who was a warrior of
Well-
light. But I guess they aren't necessarily. I mean, you could argue they're not all good guys. I guess though, it gets a little weird.
But I also think they've done a really good job of giving us jobs in ways we did not expect. I still think my favorite job announcement might still be Astrologian, just because it's a very 14 take on the time mage concept, where it's still very round with the astrolobes and it's still looking kind of like clocks, and it's got gravity as its AoE spell, and it deals with like the stars and things, but it's not a time mage, but it kind of evokes a lot of those time mage feelings. So
Just a little bit, just a little as a treat.
I know why they didn't do Time Mage, like, specifically, but I kind of wish they did, because, I don't know, I just really liked it when I played Final Fantasy Tactics. Casting haste on your guys felt like the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm. I understand it from a design standpoint, but yeah, it still would have been cool.
But yeah, I think someone did a search for The Filth and the Fury, and I think it was a movie, and it was directed by someone named Templar, which is why they're thinking it might be Templar. But I could also...
That's a stretch.
Well, so was the Sam Raimi for Spider-Man shirt for Samurai.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Oh no.
That's why people are like really
no.
trying to get into Yoshi P's brain now. We're like, okay, we know how he thinks.
Oh
And let's
no.
be honest, the reason we're not getting Necromancer is he knows that some of these fangirls are going to go out and try to raise Harshafont.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we can't raise Harshafont, that's a problem.
Hasn't stopped some people.
It's true.
I mean, I don't know. I could see maybe the job being florist, because a lot of these shirts deal with death, and it was a very popular anime. It was Voice Croits back in the day, where they were assassins, but they were also florists. So maybe the job's a florist.
I mean, they did give us the florist housing. You could be onto something.
And Eris was a flower girl.
Oh no.
Like,
I'm thinking Beastmaster.
That is another one that a lot of people are
Like,
thinking.
I mean, I've said it several times, but, like, Ranji has a beast. Mm-hmm. He uses a scythe. That was the biggest clue, I think. And since scythe is all but confirmed, it's got to be some kind of Beastmaster. Because, I don't know, Templar, to me, sounds too much like Paladin.
Yeah.
Those two terms feel interchangeable. But a Beastmaster wielding a scythe sounds pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
especially as a DPS.
I think I would like it for Beastmaster, especially with all the Beastmaster references we're getting, Baja and everything. I feel like they're really kind of trying to make that happen. I
Might be a bit of a stretch too, but I'm thinking about Yurguri too. I can never say her name right, but like, secretly being an all raw that whole time, right in front of our faces, and then oh hey, guess what? Yes. And then I'm like, oh well, Ranjit's just kind of hanging out here, and we fought him and stuff, so it's like maybe we pick something up. Who knows?
Yeah.
It could be anything.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't pull the same thing with Bosja and have the queen not be like some kind of masked cat woman, but yeah.
Yeah.
But Baj is also a very secretly evilly sort of thing, so... And not everyone's doing the Baja stuff, although but
you have to do the story to do anything.
That's true.
I mean, I admittedly did try, but like, I got as far as the first part of the story, and I got to the second camp, and I haven't touched it since. So
I'm really enjoying the new 24-man. Like it's a lot of fun. I really like some of the new mechanics they've put into it. I think we could see those later in like raid and everything.
I've gone once, and it was so slow for me that I vowed to go back when I was actually level 15, and right now I just hit level 14, so
you're
maybe
ahead of
another
me.
2 weeks or so.
I'm only 12.
I legit had the very same experience the first time, but the second time I went was so much smoother and so much quicker.
The good news is that sorry.
We're doing the new 24-man in Baja. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Like, for the Relic Quest, even though they didn't give us a new location to run around in, we're still just using the Bajan Southern Front. But they introduce, like, a straight-up 24-man raid that feels just as much of a raid as any other Alliance raid has done. Anyways, you were saying, Denmo?
Well, the good news about leveling up in the Southern Front is I am drowning in Bajan coins now. They made it so easy to get them. You get them from Fates, you get them from skirmishes, you get them from CEs or whatever you call them, the events. And I got 100 in like an afternoon, so...
Yeah, I was really surprised with how quickly I was getting those, because like I had like 80 something, and I thought, oh well, I'll go see what I can get gear wise for my red mage, just because that's what I take into Baja, and I was surprised I could buy pretty much a whole set.
Yeah, I was considering like maybe I can actually save up for that augmented gear with the haste and take that into the 24-man.
Mm-hmm. And the cool thing with the 24-man is you get a weekly quest, and you can pretty much get a piece of gear a week, because you get 3 coins with the quest and a bunch of metal.
Oh, well, shoot, I better do mine this week.
But, speaking of story, we are getting more story, because, of course we are. It's a Final Fantasy game. And they even gave us some questions that the expansion's going to be answering. Because it's the big finale, the big rumble. Zodiark versus Heidelin. Sunday.
Who is Xenos' mom?
And so they gave us these 5 questions. What brought about the final days? And I'm
Is it not obvious?
What brought about the final days?
Yeah, isn't it obvious what brought about the final days?
Garfield.
I honestly
They
don't.
summoned...
I know we've done, the Amarat final days, but
Yeah.
The twist is Azim accidentally caused the final days, and then he split himself up to forget. And now, as we regain our memories, we realize that we're actually the bad guys.
I can see it. I could totally be down with that.
Well, that's a very Final Fantasy twist. I was actually just thinking in much more simplistic terms. Before the final days of Amarat, these people, which is what I assumed he meant when he said what brought about the final days. Like, I assumed he was referring to, like, the Amarat civilization. And you had a bunch of, like, telekinetic people who could will things into existence, like these nigh god people all hanging around. Of course, all it's going to take is just for one of them to, like, not be as mentally sound as the others, and you're going to wreak havoc.
It's
like,
Van Daniel.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the actual answer.
Yeah, Van Daniel was, like, panicking. He was really super scared, and then he brought chaos upon everybody else, and his dreams came to life.
Yeah, somebody had a panic attack, and everybody then started just imagining it, making it worse and worse and worse. Like, if you talk to all the little guys in Amarat, like, so a couple of them even, like, say as much. So I don't know why Yoshi P gave this as a question when it's already answered.
Well,
see, we're coming up with good theories here, but I bet you they're going to cop out and be like, oh, there was an entity known as Chaos who was more powerful than Heidelin and Zodiark.
Problem is, but we've already fought Chaos.
Well, we fought an
I was gonna
incarnation
say, yeah, we
of
fought
chaos.
True.
yeah.
I mean, the
We
final
fought a
villain-
simulation.
It could,
Yes, that's true.
And Zodiark was actually supposed to bring order, and then Hydaelyn split Zodiark up. So, I don't know.
You could make a solid argument that Hydaelyn is herself an embodiment of chaos.
I don't know. That's the other question. It's like, what is Hydaelyn? We still haven't quite answered that. Like, what was the wish that willed Hydaelyn into being? And were the people who brought about Zodiark actually tricked, or was there something else?
Yeah. Well, those are very good questions.
what I thought was not such a good question, but we're going to get the answer anyways, which is, what is the Garlean Empire's fate? They're going to get hosed. Like,
Yeah.
See what
they're
Garlemald looks
gone.
like.
It done all burn up. It done all burn up. That's what happened to Garlean.
now,
It broke.
my theory, though, to the next question, which was, what is Xenos and Fandaniel's aim? I am pretty sure Xenos is going to open up an OnlyFans, and a lot of folks are going to be happy about that.
I mean, really and truly, they're both just looking for a good time. That's all there is to it. It just happens to be their version of a good time is a really, really bad time for everyone else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Xenos opens up an OnlyFans and keeps sending the videos to the Warrior of Light, who keeps trying to block him. And it's videos of Xenos, like, cutting things, and it's like, I bet you want to hurt this, don't you?
Oh.
It's sad because it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Xenos. You're a crazy, crazy guy.
I'm ready for him to die for real.
No.
Yeah.
I enjoy him pulling a Zoggy and just coming back more and more deranged.
Oh, I bet you we're going to kiss and make up, and we're going to be allies, and we're going to fight Zodiark together. That's what's going to happen.
No!
He's
no,
gonna
that
be
would
redeemed.
No, don't redeem Xenos. Please don't redeem Xenos. Not everybody needs to be redeemed.
Oh.
Fandaniel, maybe.
No.
But Xenos...
Yeah, I get a fit maybe out of Fandaniel. I'd agree with that, but I'd like to see a villain burn for once.
Yeah.
Now Fandaniel's bringing that strong Kefka energy. Like, he very much he seems like he just wants chaos for chaos' sake.
Yeah. I mean, the last guy in this last expansion, he was a real compassionate villain. Like, he was a villain who did just burn, but we sympathized with him. We felt bad for him. Now we get to have a villain that we don't feel bad for, we just revel in destroying?
Right, because he's the villain that was kept in check by the good villains.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we get the aftermath of, like, well, no one's holding this dog's leash back, so now we just get bit by dogs.
And maybe
End walker. Dog walker. End dog walker.
maybe that's what we find on the moon.
No,
Dogs.
we find bunnies on the moon. We
Oh.
find bunnies on the moon.
Right. They can have dogs. They can have pets.
Oh, yes,
I mean,
the
bunnies are
can have
basically
pets.
just like high maintenance dogs, if we're being honest here.
True.
Bunnies are like better cats, is what they're like.
Better cats.
It is. Like, if you've ever
I had
like
enough rabbits. That checks out.
Yeah, I've had pet rabbits too, and they're basically just better cats.
They're certainly better about the litter box, I'll tell you that much.
They're better about the litter box. They're better about showing you affection. That, like, every complaint you have about a cat, the bunny improves on it. But then it's still basically like a cat. So every complaint you have about a dog, the bunny still improves on it. They're basically the best pets, and yet nobody keeps them for some reason.
They are really hard to keep, admittedly, and not to mention, too, a bored rabbit is a whole lot more destructive than a bored cat. A whole lot more.
That's
I
that's
have
also
seen
true.
some rabbit damage. I've seen them go through walls before. I don't see a cat going through a wall, but a rabbit will do it. If they have enough time and they are bored enough, they will find a hole to go dig in. And yeah.
I've never seen a rabbit go through a wall, but I can believe it. I just can't wrap my head around how a rabbit could be left bored that long. But then again,
people can surprise you. Let's just leave it at that.
But then again, humans.
Wait, what are we talking about?
We're talking about taking care of
Bunnies on the moon.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
And it's fun. I just love that interview where Yoshi P was like, okay, this is a fantasy world. The moon has breathable air. Don't worry about it.
I mean, he only did that in immediate response to all the people like, well, all the Rothgars and Viera are dying because they can't wear helmets, apparently.
Oh, they could get little face masks and put on the face masks, maybe.
I mean, honestly, my thought was, the Kojin gave us the ability to breathe underwater. Some beast tribe's going to give us the ability to breathe in space. It's not that
The naming ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just have the lunar bunnies teach us how to breathe on the moon. It's fine.
Yeah, that sounds great. Oh, and they'll
I'm
feed
down.
us mochi. They'll feed us mochi. Oh, it'll be so fantastic. I want to go to the moon.
We could take all of our mochi pounding skills to use. Finally.
Year's event, man. That's
Yes!
what it's been preparing us for.
I mean, we're pros at it. I mean, some of us have been doing this for years. We pros at it. Like, let's go. I'm ready. I'm always ready for a good pounding.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh, I want all of those things. All of those things that you have said. Ah.
Now, some of the things that we do know, or at least places we are going to go, we are finally getting to find out where they make all those Favnarian dresses.
Yay! I'm so glad.
I like the new area.
As a crafter, I've always heard Razathan, or however you say that, so much. Oh, they make all these cool stuff here. Oh, look at this particularly fantastic special ingredient that you can only get here. And I'm like, finally, I can go there and get this from the source myself. Let's go.
Exactly.
Biggest importer. Finally.
And it'll still cost you poetics.
It makes sense. I mean, thinking about it, where we all thought at first maybe we were going to go to places like Alamigo for the first expansion, but instead we went to Ishgar and all those places, only to then go to Alamigo in the next expansion. Then after that, we suddenly go to the first, we get isekai'd, and I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, now that we isekai'd you, now, here you go. Favner. Razathan. There you go. You know we know you wanted it. We wanted it too, but you had to take a detour first. And once again, we get to go to Garlemald, but that ain't the Garlemald I thought we were going to get to. Instead, we're going to go to a garbage dump.
Garlemald
It's crispy. Bring your marshmallows.
I mean, they gotta give something for the crafters and gatherers to do. We gotta restore Garlemald now. Why?
I could see it. Why not?
I hope it's more of a Ishgard, or sorry, no, not Ishgard, Idleshire type of restoration that just kind of happens.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I hope we get different crafter gatherer stuff. I've been wanting some kind of PvP related thing where it's like what you craft has a more immediate effect instead of just grinding out for points, you know?
Yeah, that would be really interesting.
Like many
everybody
expert
makes bricks
crafts, like not huge difficult crafts, but it has all the expert mechanics, and you have to craft a cannonball and shoot cannons, you know?
That would be cool.
I like that idea.
You just want to take your love for PvP and your Stockholm Syndrome with crafting and put it together.
Yes, okay. I am allowed to like these things. I want
As
to
a
hurt
crafter
people.
with full gear. Don't lie to me. I know.
I want to hurt people with the pain I feel when crafting.
I'm done with that.
Some people feel that way about Xenos. Denmo feels that way about crafting. I don't see the difference.
Oh, you guys.
I want to take that hammer sound, the dink, 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 and just use it to wail on people.
Yes.
Did you see that Twitter post about how a bunch of people in Diadem got enough people together to actually take down mobs with their freaking auto attacks with their crafting weapons?
That's amazing.
I was so proud of them.
It took them 2 hours or something.
I still remember
They did it.
After that Lalafell March for Charity Denmo hosted, at the very end of it, Odin popped up. And we just threw Lalafells until Odin died.
Oh, wow.
I almost forget that.
Lalafells are easily the most vicious race.
Yeah. It's because we lull you in with our cuteness, and then we bite your ankles.
I still remember back in the day, I was trained how to do Titan Extreme properly by a crowd of rabid Lalafells that just grabbed me and then took me into things.
I think she's talking about us.
Yeah, that was us. It's like...
No, this wasn't you. This was before you, although I think it eventually became you.
Kidnapping by Lalafell. Classic. It's like a 14 rite of passage, practically.
I mean, yeah.
As we take you to our new island sanctuary.
Animal Crossing.
Stardew! Yes! I'm so ready.
I'm tentatively excited.
I'm curious about how that's going to work, about how the whole thing is going to work with the stuff that already exists in game regarding gardening as it currently exists. Is that going to see a whole bunch of expansion done to it?
I hope they're going to revamp it. I really do. But otherwise, my question, more so, is do we each get our own island, or are they
Yeah, I think there's an instanced area, kind of like your house. You go into it, and it's just you.
Because, I'm just saying, hear me out, I guess that's one way to solve the housing crisis, by giving everyone their own freaking island.
Animal Crossing.
Just saying.
Animal Crossing did it right.
I think if they do it and it's not a house per se, then a lot of people are going to be mad. And
at least a small cottage.
And it is a house, a lot of people are going to be mad that we didn't get it sooner.
Yeah.
Well, another problem that they're going to have to deal with is also being able to visit everybody's island. If they do it and you just have this island where you go and you're just by yourself for a little while and it's just a completely unique to you instance. World of Warcraft already did this little experiment and people did not like it. People very emphatically didn't like it because it made the whole game feel isolating, and it turned out to be a bigger problem than it was a boon. So,
to be fair, though, WoW doesn't have housing to begin with. We at least do have communal housing areas and places like that already. WoW doesn't have that. So I'd almost argue that having that space, having a place where you can just hang out for yourself, even if it's just a little tiny pocket of Eorzea, might not actually be a bad thing in this case. But
I'm excited at the fact that you can let your minions roam around.
Yeah.
My friend Algin was when they first announced it, he went, "Oh God, Anna's gonna go into her island and release all her minions, and the server's gonna crash."
Yeah,
have 90%.
They probably have limits. There's
probably 10 or 15 or something.
No, I want
Honestly?
it to be 250 is how many minions I want to be able to unleash. If they limit me down to 250 minions on my island, I think I can make do with that. But I want them to be literally hidden everywhere. They're all up to some little thing.
And see, that's why I'm kind of in the argument of having that be individual instance thinging, because at least that way you can control how much your game is about to crash with the minions. But it's I'm legitimately just it's always been really nice. I always count myself lucky that I have my own house, and then I have an FC house, and then I have my apartment. I'm just like, I would like people to be able to have that, even if it's restricted in certain ways or whatever. I just want people to be able to hang out and have a good time on their cute little islands. And I kind of hope it ends up being kind of something like Ooblets did, where your minions, well, I guess in the case of Ooblets, they help take care of your farm. Like, they do all the gardening, and, like, if you set up their little houses, they'll, like, water and grow your crops and stuff for you. Like, by the way, if you have not checked out Ooblets, can recommend it, especially if you like dance battles. But, yeah, like, that was one thing I always, when they mentioned the minions, I was like, oh, do we get to, like, have them do, like, help us grow things? Like, that would be so cute.
That would be so cute. Oh my gosh. Ah!
I'm thinking it's going to be, like, some kind of trophy place. What would be neat is, like, if each minion had a specific spot on the island, and when you got a new minion, you want to go back to the island to figure out where they're at. Mm-hmm. And you can see, like, how many minions you have just by walking around.
That would be perfect.
So minion snap, you say?
Kinda.
Yeah, that's... Well, that has more... That's similar to why I said, like, let's limit it to 250, because I think if you had it be like everyone has its own unique little spot, it would feel almost empty if you don't have, like, all the minions, and so everybody would be trying to get all the minions, even though they're already trying to get all the minions.
Right, and that way they'd be able to control, like, how many characters are on the screen at once, because they'd be able to spread them out, you know. Depending on where you are in the island, you know, you only see a certain amount of minions.
Yeah. Yeah. I think me and Denmo are on the same page here.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back because there's still way more things to talk about. The announcement showcase, and there was a live letter afterwards. But we're going to be right back with the Carbuncle Chronicle.
Don't go away. Drink some water.
And we are back talking about the Final Fantasy XIV announcement showcase. We found out all about the expansion Endwalker, but also we're getting our first stat squish.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Golly.
Warrior of Light needs to be nerfed.
I love the image that everybody's like. It had Koji and Yoshi P, and then the slide in the back that's like, just because your numbers are lower doesn't mean you're getting weaker or something.
I love that they had to stress that it's literally just they're just chopping the zeros off the end. Yeah. It's not even like everything's fine. We're just chopping some zeros off, so it's not like a horrible mess of numbers. It's fine, y'all. Calm down.
I liked how it was like actually the numbers are so big that they're already causing so many issues. They are literally breaking the servers. This is Y2K on our servers. We need to do something.
You'll enjoy your tiny numbers. You'll be fine.
It turns out big numbers are bad, really. But I do remember hearing from Doug's husband, Barry, where they start going into detail about the numbers and stuff, and that's when he lit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's when he was like, oh, now you talking my language. Numbers.
Yes.
Like, we have so many engineers in our FC, and at that point, they all were just like, yes, give me more.
So numbers, you say?
Yeah, I like the highest HP for one of the, like, was it one of the bosses in 5.5? It's 440 million. You're like, oh god.
Yeah,
something like that.
Like, it was just gargantuan, and it was causing problems with, like, enmity enemies figuring out who to actually attack. and it was, they're having issues with like the text on the screen flying around. Like they're just, oh god, this is just getting. Because I know that one of the big things that they had announced previously for Shadowbringers is they made sure that they could handle big numbers, and I think it was a little bit of a Pandora's box. They didn't realize they were opening with that.
Yeah.
I just like that the tanks are now generating so much hate. It's breaking the hate system. Like, how did you guys not consider that?
Well, from what I gathered from some friends who like do coding stuff, it's less of a thing and more of like an eventuality. If you have something that's slowly growing over time, eventually it's going to hit a point where it just can't. And there's not like a way to kind of stop that, and eventually it's pretty much a guarantee that it's going to happen. Is what was explained to me about how the math works is it's just eventually you just hit the point and then everything explodes.
Like, as much as I enjoy my 140k crit standard step, I can let it go for the sake of the servers.
And I also kind of wonder if we won't still get similar numbers by the time we hit level 90 and we get all our stats boosted from the gear that we get from the various content.
I have a proposition to make for you guys. I think this will be completely fair, and I think everyone will be very happy with it. But I think all of the Warriors of Light should get nerfed except Black Mage. And I think for Black Mage, it should just be like a visual thing. Like, not even an actual game mechanic thing, but even just, like, for a video thing, they should just add on a couple of extra zeros for us, just that we can see it.
Just so you can feel good.
Yeah!
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Like, just make the laptop shake a little bit more when I hit my explosion.
You know what?
Make my
You
numbers
need
bigger,
to play
like-
for PS5 with the controller and everything. That's what it is.
Make my numbers bigger, like not like actually bigger numbers. Like, just make the text on the screen huge.
Yes! Yes! That is what we need.
Actually, just skip the numbers for Black Mage. Just have really big booms.
Just if you double crit on whatever strong spell, it the number just breaks out of your screen and just falls into your windows and everything's on fire.
Yes, that's what we need. Oh, then we put it in ice, but it's still on fire, and so while it's on fire and frozen, we electrocute it. Yes, that's what we do with the numbers for Black Mage.
I would also accept, in lieu of numbers for us dealing damage, may we get like the equivalent, like a personal trainer going, yeah, you're doing real good. Yeah, you're taking that boss down. Good job. Keep it up.
Also, I'd like to re-stress again that I am a white mage main.
Sure. Uh-huh.
That my main is white mage. My main is not Black Mage. My main is white mage.
Yeah, sure.
I just want everything to die in fire. Is that so wrong?
Well, speaking of things that are dying in fire, I am glad that now that we let Norma have a raid tier to do design work on, belts are done. Belts are gone. No more belts.
Okay, why have belts persisted this long anyway?
Okay, so in 14.1.0, belts were an actual visual equipable thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they moved on to 2.0, they decided to actually just have the belts graphics incorporated as part of the actual outfits.
Mm-hmm.
But they kept the belt equipment as a thing. And I think in their constant search for figuring out ways to make do what they already have to be something more, they realize that if they get rid of belts, A, that's less stuff they have to calculate for all these numbers. B, that means they can just take the inventory slots they already have existing for belts and they can spread it to where they actually need them, which in this case is primary weapon slots and ring slots. Because if you think Yoshi P is going to get rid of any rings,
You're wrong.
you
You
wrong.
didn't look at his hands.
You haven't looked at his interns.
Those poor interns.
They like it.
But yeah. So pro tips before the expansion hits: get rid of, pull out that materia if you can. You never know; it's random. And,
Vaporize your belts.
Yeah, before they send your existing belt to the salvage. I want to say salvage mander, but that's a different thing.
I seriously hope that they change the Calamity Salvager outfit to just be a belt outfit.
Yes!
That's where all your belts went. They just wear belts now.
Okay, what's
Just on a
the
pile
guy's
of
name?
belts.
What's
It's
Zipper's...
just Calamity. Wait, what?
Basil, Zippers, what's his real name?
Nomura?
Yes!
Tetsuya Nomura.
Yeah, he needs to design the Calamity Survivor Salvager's new outfit.
Yeah, I would actually kill for a belt outfit in game. That would be a funny joke, but also actually kind of sick. You know?
Yeah, I do. Like that. It would be amazing. We need it.
Like just a whole set of belt gear from tanks to melee to healers, and
That would be cool.
you know.
And it should be a crafted set.
Oh yeah. And you have to get the materials by doing activities for the Calamity Salvagers.
Yes, I like this idea.
Salvager.
I like
belt
everything
restoration.
about this.
Belt restoration.
We have so many belts, we toss them all to tie it down.
Oh no.
And now you have to mine the belt material.
They got to send them
No.
somewhere, right?
I mean, hey, if anything, all the leather from the belts would be great in restoration jobs, if nothing else.
You got to think that Koji is thinking about some belt puns to make sure that he gets to incorporate somehow into this new expansion.
I'm still just, surprised. That was one thing I, completely didn't expect, was just oh, we're just getting rid of belts. And it's just what?
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Excuse me?
Okay, cool.
I kind of wonder if they were like, all right, we've got to do the stat squish. We gotta. And it sounds like, why don't we all just get rid of belts? And HP's like, yeah. Why don't we just get rid of belts? Who needs belts? You know who doesn't need belts? Xenos. Xenos need belts.
Does Xenos not have any belts?
I don't know.
Like, I'm gonna have to. You're gonna make me look
Don't
up his
actually
character
think
design.
he does.
He
Maybe
thick.
look up
He
and
don't
see
need
if he
belts to hold
belts.
up.
Sick, yeah.
You know, he just needs everything is supported by the sounds of his.
By the shelf.
And his ass
Okay.
claps. Anyways.
Oh my God.
But
No.
with all these, changing of stats and things, they're also doing things that we also didn't think possible, like the data center travel.
Yay! That would be fun.
I'm super stoked for this.
Yes.
For a number of very personal reasons.
I really, really think we need to get the face army going again and just go everywhere.
Well, when they enabled so prior to world server transfers, I just had a whole bunch of alts on all the different servers where I had friends, and I just kind of accepted that none of the alts were going to get anywhere. But
Big mood.
but afterwards, I just now have the two characters, just two. And actually, all my friends on, I've kind of grown distant from all my friends on the Aether server. It's Primal and Aether, right?
Well, now
Yeah.
there's...
And Crystal.
Yeah, and Crystal.
And Crystal.
Yeah, but I've kind of grown distant from all my friends on Aether server because I've been playing on Primal, and didn't have enough heart in me to keep going on 2 characters. Like, that's 2 characters that you have to level up to 80 and then do everything on. And
yeah, that's a pretty big reason I put Mr. Face down for a while.
Yeah, it's too much to do on 2 characters. But if we can do entire data server transfer just for like a day and then back, I can be friends with them again. I can see my friends again.
Yeah, and it's like, I just recently made some friends, and it was hilarious because we had gotten all hyped to play together. We were so ready, and then he went to go add me to a party, and he couldn't find me. It was only then when it just never clicked for us to even check our data centers and our servers. We were just so hyped about playing together, and then we realized our mistake. And you can't even argue like doing jump pots and stuff are a good thing, because, you know, if you want to do a story skip and a jump pot, that's like, what, it's $60 or $80? It's like, I love my friends, but no. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it still won't get you to where they probably actually are doing stuff.
Exactly, because I'm going to be honest, what ended up happening is me and that friend did working out. I did actually end up getting a jump pot, but I'm still having to go through the entirety of Shadowbringers just to get where they are, which at this point is a lot.
Yeah, like I have some friends on Aether, and I did the same thing. And I feel awful because I haven't been on that character in months.
Yeah.
Just because I've had so much to do on my main on Primal, and so...
And, you know, we've got some friends from another podcast, Third Impact Anime, and they started playing 14, and I was really, really excited, and they made some alts on Leviathan, and I was really, really excited. And the next thing I know, they're all playing on Crystal, and that's where they're really playing, and I got very sad.
And they're all Lolafels on that one.
And they're all Lolafels. And I'm like...
Oh, man.
So, no, Tobias, if you listen in, you can still server transfer. It's fine. I don't want to wait. You just move on over. It's fine.
Yeah, their approach to this was like, it's like the opposite of World of Warcraft, where leveling alts, they made it easy, and like you got a bunch of account-based equipment that makes it easier, account-based emotes, account-based mounts, you know, and we get none of that. Like maybe we get 1 or 2 account-based mounts, but you want your emotes, you want your stuff, you have to go get it again, which took years. It took literal years. And you expect us to do that again. And now we have the data, and now they're approaching it from the complete opposite way by making it easy for one character to move around, you know. And I don't know. I feel like people who worked a lot on alts are going to feel slighted, because now there's really no point aside from like having a different character without having to Fantasia.
And as someone who fairly recently got into WoW, I will say it's still a pain in the butt to level, but like it is kind of really nice that I can just kind of flip-flop all my crap between everybody. I could just, as much as I want, just you know, all the important stuff anyways. And it's just wild to me that just that difference between the two has been something. But I will say, and maybe it's just because I'm a little bit biased, just a little, but I will say I do prefer leveling on 14 than I do on WoW. I don't feel like I have a lot of options in WoW, but at least 14 I've got some options. If I do.
Well, I think it's fairly safe to say that I would guess everybody on this podcast pretty much likes Final Fantasy 14 better. Like, Final Fantasy is just more my aesthetic, just kind of in general.
I mean, I've never played WoW, so...
Well...
I played Mists of Pandaria, and I fell off before I hit cap. It was around the time that I started hitting the dailies, and I was just like, yeah, this is cute, bouncing around as a panda, but no, couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, it basically, that's what it came down to me too, was just like, it's not that I'm not enjoying it, it's just, I can barely get myself to do my frickin' capping on my tomes in 14. I'm not about to do this. WoW has a daily checklist that scares me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I'm just like, I'm good. At least 14, I will say, I don't want to go to a WoW debate, but I will say for me, if nothing else, I will say I feel like 14 respects your time a little bit better than WoW does. If you really want to keep up with WoW, you got to put some time into that bad boy. But at least with 14, even though I basically didn't do a entire patch and a half, it was fairly easy to catch up, especially with friends. So that was nice.
And I will say, like, with the can only be a really good thing, because I know with the world transfer, that's how we finally got to play with you guys. And I love it.
And don't get me wrong, I don't think the data center transfer is going to be a bad thing. It's a good thing, but what I think would be an even better thing is if they actually started implementing like item sharing and account-based emotes, and you earn a title, you get to use it on another character. I don't see how that is going to hurt anything.
I would like that.
If they took that step next, I would be flabbergasted, Because then I could actually like just be Mr. Face whenever I want,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would agree with that, like 100%. It's like, I get that I get how they're doing it, and it's not really an alt-based game, but it would be really nice to like not feel punished for wanting to have an alt because of how much there just is, and just, it'd be nice to share a few things. I'm not even talking inventory, multi-boxing, but like mounts and achievements and like that stuff being account-wide is honestly by far my favorite thing about WoW. Just, I can go make a new character and I don't have to go do a whole bunch of stuff. I can just go ride on my gigantic chameleon rainbow fey dragon, no matter where I am. And I'm down for that.
It's not just the data center transfer. They did the where you can replay parts of the story, and you can do that on the same character. So like they're trying to remove every reason people might want to have an alt, and I don't know that everybody's going to like that.
Well, I think it all probably still stems from the idea that you can level every class with the same character.
Oh no, it goes deeper than that. It's conspiracy. They probably don't want you to have that many characters. The people who have they pay extra to have that many character slots. They actually, Square Enix doesn't want you to do that because that hurts the servers or something. I don't know.
I bet that's true though. I bet this could be part of a big Yoshi P conspiracy to eliminate all alts all the time. You only have your main character. Like I bet you that if Yoshi P had his way, we would all only be playing one character. There would be no alts.
Yeah, Yoshi P secretly alt hater, and nobody's called him out on it yet. But when they do, all will be revealed. Alt will be revealed.
We're doing it here. We're doing it now. We're calling him out on it.
And the resolve to point out that the only alts that Yoshi P wants are Dave and Gary, his two interns. Those are the only two alts.
Yoshi P, Koji Fox, we're calling you out right now. If you must answer within 24 hours, or we will release secret footage of Dave and Gary to expose you.
Oh no.
Yeah, sorry about this, Jazz. We didn't want to tell you this was actually the secret plot, but anyway, so we're getting Star Wars characters in Final Fantasy XIV, like Max Rebo, aka we're getting elephant folks, and that's awesome.
Awesome.
Who's Max Rebo?
Next topic.
He's a character in Star Wars. He's an elephant guy.
You're talking to someone that hates Star Wars, basically.
I don't hate Star Wars. I just only think that it's good.
Look,
you and Jazz would get along.
We said this
basically.
Doug and Jazz would be best friends.
Yeah. This friendship starts now.
It's true. I'm already in. Like, I didn't even realize it, but somehow we were already following each other on Twitter. So, like, the friendship cemented at this point. But as someone who has dealt a long time with furry artists, all I have to say about this new Beast Tribe is I do not like the proportions. They annoy me. They don't... It just... Their heads are just too small. Like, I can't. Like, they're... I don't like it. This is my art part coming out here, but I'm just looking at them like... There's so many ways you could have done this, and you went the wrong way. I'm sorry, but you did. I can't. I can't. And I love elephants, but I'm just like, no.
Well, I really like elephant aesthetic, and yet somehow these didn't come out right.
Yeah, and
I mean, technically, like, legit, those proportions have been out since Stormblood.
I know, but they were just enemies. I didn't care at that point, but now, like, I'm gonna have to go see these heckers every day. This is a problem.
With these ugly enemies that I killed.
Basically,
gosh, if only. Gosh, I have to do this every expansion 3 times. God damn it.
I also like.
I'm looking at them again, and I'm just mad all over again. I pulled up a picture and I'm just like.
Well, maybe they look better when they're animated, like, because I felt that about the Kojin. Like, I was angry about the Kojin, like, but then when they're actually moving around, it's okay.
Or the Voth.
Yeah.
Well, I knew the Voth from Final Fantasy XII. I knew they were going to be amazing. I love them.
Oh, that's true. They were taken straight from 12. I forgot about that.
And speaking of folks taking stuff straight from Final Fantasy, as it turns out, the designer of Anima Final Fantasy X just so happens to work for the 14 team. So they were like, yo, you want to design Anima again? And they were like, hell yeah, I'll design Anima again. I'll do Anima all day.
I'm sure that's exactly
all blessings upon Mama Anima. Heck yeah, let's go.
I also like some of the other announcements, like, hey, we're going to do new dungeons. And I'm like, yeah.
I'd hope so.
that makes sense, yeah. Good job. I'm glad that we're doing dungeons. But admittedly, I've also been really liking a lot of the dungeons they've been doing recently. So...
on that note, I was actually relieved because I was a little bit concerned that he was going to say that Yoshi P was going to come out and say, "Oh, it's just too much effort to do as many zones as we've been doing. You understand, right?" So yeah, I was really relieved that he's going to give us just as many zones as we've been used to. Like, so even though that was basically a non-announcement, I felt that it was still a very important announcement.
And I did find it interesting that after having a history now of 2 expansions and 2 sets of sort of guest starring alliance raids, both the 8-man or 8-person raid and the 24 alliance raid for this expansion are going to be original Final Fantasy XIV stories. So I kind of wonder if either A, Yoshi P got his crossover that he really wanted with Matsuno and Ivalice, and then they decided to give everybody else what they wanted, which was a Yoko Taro Nier crossover, that they're like, okay, now this one could be just for us, y'all.
And it's probably gonna suck. It's like, oh, yeah, we every time that we come up with original stuff, it sucks. But every time we come up with we rehash some old stuff with nostalgia, everybody goes nuts. That's not true. I'm just making this shit up because, to be honest, I felt like Omega, that raid kind of sucked. Even though it had all the nostalgia, just the story and everything was kind of, to me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But no, I was joking. I think I'm interested to see what an original raid would look like. We haven't had one since Bahamut, right?
Oh, Bahamut.
Yeah, basically.
That was a tremendous story, though. Like,
mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
almost
this
crying.
This one's going to be Laha Bread.
Yeah.
Well, was the 24-man raid in... No, not the 24-man raid. Alexander. Alexander was original story, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was original.
Well, a lot of the 8-man stuff has been, by and large, original. I mean, even the one for Shadowbringers, while it is super Final Fantasy VIII inspired, I, for example, did not realize just how inspired it was until people started posting screenshots, comparing stuff, and I'm like, oh, boy, that really is 8 inspired, huh? I just really enjoyed the story of Reen and Gaia.
I mean, it's like... So, for me, Omega always kind of felt like a weirdly written Sid Nero fanfic. And Eden just made me happy. I didn't care about what was happening with Eden itself. Everything about Gaia breaking out of her shell and finding herself and Ryan just being adorable, just like, that filled me with so much happiness, I can't even.
Yeah.
And, that kind of carried most of it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did very much enjoy the twist there at the end, but it was still just like I was definitely more there for just Gaia and Ryan just being beautiful and amazing, but yeah, no, Omega's just a bad Sid Nero fanfic, and you can't change my mind on that.
No.
I never thought of it like that before, but I think I am going to subscribe to your newsletter and accept that as the reality.
What can I say? I speak the truth.
I think that is the truth now, and that is how it's going to be for me forever.
And the name of the 8-person raid is Pandemonium, so cool. But more importantly, we'll be able to take Estinian out on dungeon dates finally.
Like, when he was like, yeah, this is someone that people have been asking for a while, I was like, who? But it makes sense.
Just for those who don't know, I refer to the trust system as dungeon dates. It has alliteration. I think it's a much better name. They really should just pay me $5 and take the name dungeon dates and just edit it in. It's fine. That's
precious. I still need to do my trust. I legitimately,
Yeah.
I'm so lazy, but I want to level them so I can use them more often because they're cute and they make me happy, but...
I tried it recently. I couldn't. I did, the first dungeon 5 times, and I made, 2 people level up, and then I was done.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much same.
Having to do those dungeons repeatedly is ass. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I completely 100% agree. I hate doing, it just sounds terrible, I guess, but I hate doing dungeons anyway. I enjoy doing them, for the...
But that's the game!
Well, I enjoy doing them the first time. I enjoy, if I need to do roulettes, that's fine. But I don't want to sit there and run dungeon after dungeon after dungeon after dungeon.
I feel...
See, I don't even have that problem. My problem is running the same one. It's
right.
So hard to get everyone leveled past the first dungeon. I feel like probably the easiest improvement they could do to trusts would just be to let you do all the dungeons that are already unlocked. So, if you got to 80, you just roulette through. They already proved they can level sync them. Just freaking level sync them and let them get levels, and you just, do whatever dungeon you want.
Either that or they even level with you.
You know what?
Even
just
better.
Let them... Just you carried their memories and their souls through a rift in time and space so that they could live in their original world again, and you cheated death by doing this. Can't you just shove their memories into your pocket and go on a dungeon roulette and then give their memories back to them and they level up? I don't,
That sounds
I
reasonable
still,
to me.
to this day, think that it was poor form that they didn't just have them be along with you. I don't understand why they had to make that another grind. I mean, to a point I do, but I'm also wasn't the whole point of this to, help people? I don't know. And you can't even do older dungeons. Give me that much. At least then I could go grind out into the, 50 bajillion other different dungeons there are,
Right.
Ugh. I love the trust system. I just want it to be a little better.
I think they don't have actual AI is what I think is a huge part of it. Is I think that they actually have a bunch of scripts running in conjunction with each other, but they're not really making decisions.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like, they may eventually come out with where trusts like follow you around in the field, but that's not going to happen until it's dying, like Final Fantasy XI is dying, you know?
Yeah. Is Final Fantasy XI still up? I thought that it was dead.
Oh, it's still up. It's still updating, and you can bring all of your favorite NPCs along with you, like that one elf guy and Shantoto. Everyone remembers Shantoto.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that cat chick, and there was that other cat chick. Anyway,
I didn't play 11, so I don't know any of these people, but somehow I still know Shantoto.
That is true.
I'm
like
still mad that they got a better Valentine stuff than we did.
Yeah.
What?
They got better Valentine's prizes than we did for 11, and I'm still salty about it.
What? That makes me so mad. Why? Their game doesn't.
Gotta find it, but they I think they got was it a mount or something? I forget.
Jeez.
Creative Business Group 3 or Creative
Business Unit
Entertainment Division 3. I think that's what they're calling Yoshi P's group. That now is in charge of 14, 11, Dragon Quest 10, and now Final Fantasy 16.
They're a little busy.
Like, if the question is, does 11 exist and still gets updated? Yes, because Yoshi P wills it. Or maybe it's like Gary or Dave. I don't know. Like,
I forget who is at the helm of 11, but I know it's like someone who did work on 1.0 or something like that. I forget.
And I know that they did once again hint at, well, they didn't hint at Blitzball, but Yoshi P kept saying that they had a really, really big update planned for the Gold Saucer, but they still weren't quite sure of the specifics to really talk about it just yet, which really sounded like Blitzball to me.
They've been hinting on that one since Heaven's Word, so I think it's been in development for that long. I bet you anything. They just can't get it to work, and maybe they're getting close to actually getting it to work.
I mean, with Heaven's Word, they did have Ishgard, and we are finally going to be getting Ishgard housing when 6.1 hits. So,
and I'm so looking forward to everybody moving away so I could finally get my Lavender Beds mansion for my FC.
Yes.
There you go. That's how you do it.
I don't want Ishgard. I don't want it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want it, but I'm also like, no, just someone to move out so I can get my mansion, please. Let's chop, let's go. Get out of here.
As an aging Lalafell who crafted the hell out of it and got a title Saint of the Firmament, I feel like I have to buy a house there now.
You do.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's been part of my backstory since 2.0 that my character comes from Ishgard. I need an Ishgard house. Like, I need it. Like, I'm very sad that a lot of people who are just getting it to get housing are going to try to get it. And I don't want it because it's the new hotness. I want it because I've wanted it this whole time.
And I agree. Like, honestly, I never got the Saint title. I did get Beatus, like, all 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like, I'm hoping, I know I was listening to Mr. Happy's State of the Realm where they were like, if there's a way, I would hope that they could do, sort of like, you can get a house if you, like, had so much progress in during the registration. Like, if there's a way to figure out, like, if you did it, like, so much, you know, like, at least a threshold that if you had to have contributed so much to the restoration, then you're allowed to get the house. But I don't know if there's even a way to really do that.
Well, if you did that, though, and you didn't announce that you're going to do that, you'll get a lot of folks really annoyed that
Oh yeah.
if they realized that was even an option, they would have pushed for it. So that's
this topic was brought up earlier today on Twitter, but like I'm pretty sure like it would have caused so much stress that players would have like freaked the fuck out.
True.
I mean, seeing how bad it was for just watching just Denmo do it, and like it was already kind of borderline making me a little about the whole ranking thing to begin with, and then it's like I can only imagine how awful it would have been if they had tied, oh, you get a housing ticket with that too. Like,
Yeah, like I mean, I saw like some of my FC members. Like, I'm just like, they were constantly just crafting and gathering, and I'm just like, do you not sleep? You take a break.
No, one of the people you're talking about in particular has a very hard problem with insomnia and the resulting narcolepsy.
Yeah.
So the answer is no, he doesn't sleep.
I was lucky, I feel like, because I picked a job that not everybody was going for. The number one spot was already like with 100K on the first day, so nobody else really super attempted it too hard, and there just wasn't that much fervor. So I was able to still live my life and then come right back home, and with whatever free time I had, I was doing expert crafts or whatever. And I would do like the not expert craft, like the macro crafting, whenever I was like, I would carry my headset and my Bluetooth headset and my controller into the kitchen, and I would cook myself something, and I was listening for the macro to be finished, and then I would hit the macro again. You know, that kind of crafting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would be in the toilet, you know, taking a poop and, you know, crafting away. And but then when I came back, that was my break, was the macro crafting, and then I came back and did expert crafting, and it was not. I mean, it was great. The expert crafting is a nice system. I love it, but
that's the Stockholm syndrome talking. Just saying.
No, you don't
I do understand. You can't tell me I don't. I full well understand. It's Stockholm syndrome. Look, trust me.
Look, it has moments.
You can hear the Stockholm syndrome in his voice, like.
You can.
It has wonderful moments where you're like, it almost takes your breath away because you're off by like 1 point. And you don't have enough CP to get to the end of the craft with 100%, you know, so you're like at 92% quality, and you just try it anyway and just pray for the best or hope for the best, and it ends up working, you know, and you're like, oh, a sigh of relief.
God,
I had so many moments like those.
That's not how I feel about expert crafting at all.
I had so many moments like those.
I just need to stress right now that I can hear him. He's so passionate about this that I can hear him in the other room over my earbuds.
That's not fair, because I can hear you every single day.
Yeah, but I'm
over
naturally
my
loud.
Earbuds.
You're quiet little bean.
They've also, I forgot to put this in the doc, but they did also announce some sort of new small scale PvP that may not even be role based. It sounds really interesting, but it sounded so different from what we're used to. I don't even have thoughts until they actually announce more.
I don't know how to feel about it until I actually see it, but I'm betting it's going to be some kind of like, if they're saying that even healers won't matter, like they're trying to take pressure off healers and they're hoping it replaces the feast, then they're either going to have to revamp PvP from the ground up, or they're going to, I don't know, put us in robots and give us all like a specific set of abilities. But like, I'm betting it's going to be some kind of solo, you're not teamed up with anybody, 1v1, all, free for all, capture the flag, some kind of bullshit. I don't know. I'll have to see what it is.
I don't know how you can take pressure off healers. That's not how healers function.
I just think that you pretty much have to remove. I mean, the pressure has been taken off healers after they added the potion stuff that you can use in there. Like, everybody has their own self heals, and you get 3 stacks of them. But
I really haven't been in PvP lately. I didn't realize that.
no, it's great. Like, I've been in groups with no healer, and we still do okay because you can still run away and pop your 3 potions, and you have a 50-50 chance of living.
Yeah, but that's still not how healers work. The pressure is still on the healer to be better than your potion.
Yeah.
That's just healer psychology 101. There is no taking the pressure off.
Yeah, so I'm intrigued how they're going to take the pressure off healer and make it fun for all jobs at the same time. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Like, being under that pressure is what the healer finds fun. Like,
that sounds like Stockholm Syndrome.
It does.
It is.
It is.
I mean,
Now, that said, for 6.1, when everyone rates Ishgard for blood and triumph and sadness and glory, you might be better off if you can also, in the meantime, have experienced those same things in your attempt to get a PlayStation 5, because they have announced that that 14, they are going to be getting a PS5 specific version.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and to be fair, considering how fast the load times are, you might want it on PS5. That might give you an advantage in getting a house.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm guaranteeing you that the rig I have right now is probably just as good as a PS5 will run it.
Probably. I want to get a new laptop before the expansion comes out.
I'm just glad that they're going to be doing the free upgrade this time around.
Yes.
My only concern is that I don't know if any of you here did the original PS3 to PS4 upgrade, because I did.
We did not.
And
how was that?
The actual transfer was fine. My problem with it was that it was limited. They only did it for a certain amount of time.
Now, this sounds
So
like... It sounded like the way they were talking about it, and I think if they were getting, the president of Square Enix to come announce it, although he was not in his Blue Mage outfit this time.
It was so sad.
That it sounds like this is just a free upgrade where they just, the license for the one is the license for both.
Yeah, that's what they did with 3, is basically what would happen is that going from the PS3 to PS4, it basically just replaced your PS3 one with a PS4 version. And if they do happen to do that same thing again, then there's a pretty decent chance they'll probably do it limited again, which I think they did it for like 6 months. You could get it for free, and then after that, you had to just straight up buy it, which that was a little disappointing, but... I don't know, we'll have to see how they're going to do it this time, but just based off of, previous experience, it was like, do it now or not do it at all, basically.
I think with the existence, since PlayStation 5 is pretty backwards compatible with PS4, and people already can run 14 in backwards compatibility mode, the PS4 code on PS5, I have a feeling that the whole weird time thing like they did with PS3, I think that's not an issue anymore, because since they'll be running the code on PS5 regardless, I think is why
I hope so.
They're just making it free, and that'd be the smart thing to do. And by and large, this has been a very smart development team, so I think they'll continue to do this smart thing. Like if they say, "Hey Basil, you saw that awesome lunar whale mount, it's 8 people, but it's $60. You're going to buy that?" I'm going to be like, "Yes, please. It has the music? Darn you. Yes, of course I will."
What is that whale from anyways? Like, I
It's from 4.
I gathered it was referencing something, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah, we still need to play through 6, and then afterwards we should play through 4, because I haven't played 4 in a long time, but I remember doing the whale and going to the moon.
Yeah, Final Fantasy IV is, well, I played a decent bit of Final Fantasy 1 at a friend's house, but Final Fantasy 4, or Final Fantasy 2 at the time for me, as a little kid, that was my first real Final Fantasy. It was my first real RPG. And for me, I'm pretty positive that was the first time my brain went, oh, so this is what storytelling is. Like, I know for some folks, it's probably Star Wars. Some folks, it's probably like the Marvel movies now or the Lord of the Rings movies, where you experience something and you're not just going from just someone who's watching a thing, but really engaging with it on a level you've never engaged on something before. That, for me, that was Final Fantasy IV. So the fact that the Lunar Whale Mount exists and it has the music is so pandering directly to me, it's not funny.
I know for me, a lot of people tend to throw rocks at me when I say this, but my first Final Fantasy was actually Final Fantasy 10. Hilariously enough.
10 was
Awesome.
The 10 was the
10
first
was
one
a
I
lot
ever
of people's
beat.
first.
Yeah. Like, now everyone gets in games at different times. Like, man, no shade for that. Like, 10 was a lot of fun for a lot of folks. It wasn't my favorite, but I know it's a lot of people's favorite, so awesome. I'm just glad you're here.
Yeah, it was just... I never played any of the old ones. I've only ever played 9, 10, and 12, and then 14, obviously.
Yeah,
And then you watched me play 7.
I did watch you play 7, or the remake. I still haven't played the original 7, so it's like...
That's okay. I mean, at this point, the original hasn't aged well.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah, but you also like Chronicles.
I disagree.
Oof.
I think I like the remake a whole lot.
Oh, we're talking about 7. Oh, okay, never mind.
7.
I take back my disagreement. No, that didn't age too well.
Wait,
I thought-
what
What were
didn't
you
age
talking
too
about?
well originally?
I thought you were saying the original Final Fantasy didn't age too well. I'm like, no, that
Oh.
aged
The one on
brilliantly.
NES?
Yes.
Did it really?
Yes, it aged like a masterpiece because it was.
I can't play that one. I get frustrated that I can't even get past like the first, like I can't even find the first dungeon. Like I just get frustrated and stop.
I've actually not played it.
But then you'll never find it. Garland will knock you all down.
He will knock you all down. And you, the Light Warriors, will stand back up. Like, it was... Oh.
Like, my first one was 8. And that was also my very first RPG. So I didn't know about leveling or saving or gearing up. And so I got to the beginning of the 4th disc, and there's the fight on that the very first thing you do on that disc is you go fight this thing. And I couldn't beat it. And you can't leave that area. And I had my friend come over, and he looked at it and went, yeah, you can't continue this game. You're going to have to restart it. And I was like, oh, God.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Then I went and beat it. I've never beat it, by the way. To this day.
I started playing the original Final Fantasy on the original Nintendo. Originally, I wasn't allowed to play it. I was only allowed to buy potions for my older sister, and then she got bored of it, so then I was allowed to play it, and I played the shit out of it over and over and over again. And then I found out that they had released a Final Fantasy II, but it was on Super Nintendo. Then my parents wouldn't buy Super Nintendo, so I had to work and save to buy it myself. And by the time I bought it, Final Fantasy III was already out. And so I played that obsessively for years and years until finally my dad brought home Final Fantasy II because I wanted that, right? And so I feel that it's not as good as 6. But anyway, and then like Final Fantasy VII came out on the PlayStation, and again they said, oh no, we're not going to buy a PlayStation. If we buy a PlayStation, there'll just be a new system that we'll have to buy later. We're not going to do that. But I have done that now. That has been my entire life. 30 years on this earth has been dedicated to buying Final Fantasy systems.
I respect it.
Are you sure? Do you? Because I don't respect it.
Yes.
I feel it's kind of sad when I say it out loud.
No, you gotta respect the hustle.
I mean, I can't speak for nothing. I mean, I went out of my way to get this Animal Crossing Switch that's in my hands right now, and I had way too many of the different 3DSs, like the Pikachu one and all those other ones. Like, you know, I got no room to talk, frankly. At least you were just getting the games. I'm like over here like, yeah, I'm getting that.
Well, here's the other fantastic part of my Final Fantasy experience. So I grew up in South Huntsville, in like the whitest of white little places, in just like this super suburban area, and none of my friends played video games. None of them at all. Like, they were the nerds. They would just talk about Star Wars all day long, and they were into the CCG, and that just was not what I was into. So as far as I knew, nobody else had even heard of these Final Fantasy games.
Meanwhile, my friends and I, as we grew up as kids, you know, instead of playing like cops and robbers and whatnot, you know, in our backyards, we pretended that we were the heroes of light, but also playing Dragon Quest for our make-believe times. But I gotta keep going on to talk about, because Yoshi P wasn't done with the showcase. No, he took a small break to have interviews with media outlets, then came right back to a live letter, because we've got a patch coming up in April 13th, because that's when the PlayStation 5 open beta starts for 14, thanks to the president of Square Enix letting that drop, so that way Yoshi P and Kochi could be really annoyed at somebody on stage.
That was a great scene. That was a great moment.
It is called Death Unto Dawn.
Part 1.
Part 1, and we'll get Part 2 at the end of May. And we're going to get a new dungeon. We're going to fight Diamond Weapon. We're going to do more Nier stuff, but it's not the last Nier stuff. I'm guessing that probably Part 2 will have that standalone quest, which they've been doing on the off patches.
You know, I was, again, listening to Stay of the Realm, the most recent one, and I think it was Sly made a really a fun joke, and I was like, you know what, that would be really cool. You don't get the true ending of the Nier raid unless you do it in New Game Plus.
Oh, God. Oh, God. We actually have a New Game Plus now, too. Uh-huh.
Oh. They also talked a lot about the resistance weapons, because I guess it's this one has been, the grind isn't bad, but they don't exactly explain it very well. And so there was a lot of Yoshi going like, no, this is how it works. Okay, y'all calm down. Like, this is how it works. And yes, you got to do these things. You only got to do these things once, and you can do these things, and it's fine. And that was about the time I started falling asleep, because it was like 2 a.m, and it had been a long day. But they also announced things like even more harder expert crafting recipes. So I'm really glad they know about Denmo's dark urges and desires, and they are willing to feed you that.
Don't we know about Denmo specifically?
What? Wait, I was distracted. What about my dark urges?
Crafting urges, the expert crafting. They're going to do really extra hard crafting recipes.
Oh, thank God. Okay. No? No?
No?
Those aren't my dark urges.
He's lying. Don't mind him.
Well, then this next one also, I think, feeds into some of those.
But we are also going to explore mode for level 70 dungeons, and you'll be able to play instruments in them.
Nice.
And we're getting a new instrument, and I just learned that we're going to be able to change instruments in the middle of ensemble mode, which is a huge game changer, because now I can, like, I don't have to have like 3 other players to play a melody. I can just like, oh, it's another verse, I'll swap to flute. Oh, it's another verse, I'll swap to harp, you know?
I don't know how I feel about that. I
think it's pretty cool. I mean, I see musicians do that in real life, and so I think that would be...
Well, you see, that was going to be my exact argument, is that I don't really see musicians doing that much in real life.
I do. Like, I have a friend who does that exact thing, pretty much.
Well, I guess I don't know talented enough people then.
I also went to a music school, so...
Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, personally, I can play a trumpet and pretty much any other brass instrument, and, you know, I know how to play most of them. I mean, it'd be kind of hard to switch to a trumpet and a tuba, but, like, I've swapped between a French horn and a trumpet before for a concert, so, you know.
Well, I played woodwinds, and I cannot imagine switching between a flute and then to a bassoon, which are the two that I played. Like that's a pretty major commitment either way. Like, you can't just put it down and pick up another one. I could switch to a flute to a piccolo pretty easy, but
Woodwinds are different, though. That's a whole
you gotta
like,
look at it as
can
like
of worms.
You got to look at it as like a one-man band show. You know, he's got drums on his feet, and like he's tooting out of one shoulder, and the other shoulder has a harmonica, and each wrist has like maracas or something like that. But
incredibly powerful.
No, like, for those who don't know, I have been dabbling in barding quite a bit, and I go to bard forums, and we share songs and techniques and stuff, and we're now like debating. There was a recent conversation we had about this. Is like, how fast does the instrument swap out? Will it be a 3-second pause, or will it be instantaneous? Will you be able to play notes while you're swapping an instrument out? Because if you are able to play notes, then that means that there's going to be some crazy motherfucker who's going to strum a chord on a lute, swap to a clarinet, give a toot, and then swap immediately back to the lute and do another chord, and that's how he's going to play the entire song, all by himself.
Yeah, there is going to be that guy, isn't there?
Like, I wish
unless there's a pause in between.
I wish I was more involved with, like, the performing stuff, because Basil bought me a USB keyboard a couple Christmases ago when it first came out, and I like want to be able to play on a keyboard for performance, and this was when it was first, like, you know, sort of piano-ish. But I haven't had anywhere to put the keyboard, so I haven't been able to really play with it. So I have not played performance at all, and I want to.
Well,
one day.
You have plenty of time to wait, because you're not going to be doing the Dragon Song War.
Bitch, I wouldn't be doing that when it comes out anyway. I've still got to work on the other 3.
Until 6.1, because... y'all, they gotta make this expansion. And again, COVID be a jerk like that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are upset the Ultimate is delayed by a lot. But, you know, and also I think the biggest thing is the testing of it. Is they can't get the people in one place to test, and testing individually, like, from, you know, just from home, because I know when the pandemic first started, I know they were saying that the 24-man was really hard to test because Japan just was not equipped, like, internet-wise to be able to handle working from home.
I wonder what the internet-wise is like in Japan now.
I'm sure they've found ways to improve it over the year, but...
Well, I think it's also specifically, like, the infrastructure they had in the building.
Yeah. Because
the Square Enix team, for example, WoW and Blizzard, they have test servers that they test things on. Mm-hmm. 14 does all their testing internally. And so...
Yeah, so now you can bet there's probably a test server that they connect to now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's probably an internal test server that no one else gets to see. But I think a lot of that changed. But the Ultimates are so finely tuned. The mechanics are so particular because it's such a song and dance to properly perform them, really, that I'm sure that the checks on these things are just, you know, exacerbating.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember. I know this is completely out of left field, but was it for 5.5 that they mentioned they're going to have a reward for getting all the triple triad cards?
Yes.
I'm very excited about that, because I only need, like, 4.
Oh, wow.
Until they announce more triple triad cards.
Well, they always put out new... The most I need right now, some are from Emerald and the Warrior of Light, but the gemstone ones, because I just don't do fates. I need to go do fates. But yeah.
That's
we got
a
a
thing,
lot.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. So... so I think we're wrapping up here. We've talked about a lot, but... So what's like... we'll just do a little round robin, where what's the thing that you're really, really looking forward to for this new expansion?
For me, it's story. I'm really looking forward to the story.
Just cannot wait to see just how Xenos unveils his OnlyFans, huh?
I want Denmos to just go away.
I'm looking. It'd have to be the story. We've been in such a thing with just all of this and I'm ready to find out what happened. I want to know what happened. I'm here for it. And then I'm even more excited for what's to come after. Like, oh golly, we've been doing this for what, like 10 years or something?
Mm-hmm.
The 10-year story is coming to a close, and I cannot. I'm so ready for it.
Yeah, I'm mostly for the story, but also world visit. Yay!
Yeah.
Like a data center visit. Let me just like delete all of these characters, please.
Yeah.
I think mine would have to be Bunny Boys.
Yes.
That is what I'm looking forward to most, is bunnies on the moon.
Yes. What about you, Basil?
Just like the moon itself. Can I be a moon on the moon?
A moon on the moon. I could be Sailor Moon on the moon.
That is true.
Oh my gosh.
I have that cosplay already
Yes.
in the game.
I mean, it's...
And a transformation
yeah,
macro.
y'all don't realize that Anna has a full-on macro transformation sequence with effects and everything. Like, it's actually kind of fun to watch. But, I mean, I think story, sure. I am really curious to see what level 90 brings to us. I've always enjoyed the weird keyboard smash orchestra that the active summoner playing entails. And it's never good at the beginning, but it's always pretty fun by the time they're done with it. So, while I'm not looking forward to playing it at first, I am looking forward to it by like the second major patch when they fix everything.
Yeah. That's making me think of Astrologian just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a hoot.
I love Astro. It's going to be interesting to see how all the healing changes.
Yeah, I am curious because I think they finally figured out how to work their balance magic with healers, where now we can have two quote-unquote pure healers and two quote-unquote barrier healers. And I'm really curious to see how that changes Astro and really how Scholar compares to Sage. And the fact that I could have a magic character with fin funnels. I mean, new lifts. But they're fin funnels. And I'm down with that. Ever since I got to watch Zabi roll around in Char's counterattack, I've always had a thing for the fin funnel. So I'm really excited that there is an actual class that has them as a thing that you can run around and blast with and apparently heal with. Okay, I'm down.
At the moment, like, I'm pretty happy with the job selection, so the new jobs is just going to be icing on the cake for me, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not really a major thing. They could announce no new jobs and I'd be okay with that.
As a weird person that is in competition with a couple other people to see who can level everything max, it's going to be fun.
I still feel that that at the end of Heaven's Word, White Mage and Black Mage were basically perfect. So every expansion since then, I sort of worry about how they're going to retool them to be less perfect. But we'll see what happens. As long as I can cast Holy and who casts? Well, no. They need to give me both Meteor and Ultima, is what they need to do.
Well, they did give Blue Mage Chocobo Meteor.
They need to give me Meteor.
Isn't it your limit break?
Yeah, it's your limit break.
That doesn't count.
Really?
That doesn't count.
Wow. I didn't know Blue Mage had a limit break.
No, Blue Mage doesn't have a limit break. I just said Black Mage, their the Limit Breaks Meteor. But yeah, no, Blue Mage, we got Chocobo Meteor from Red Chocobos and Gervania.
Oh man, what if they bring Blue Mage Limit Breaks to the new expansion? Maybe that's a new announcement. Maybe we just accidentally came up with a scoop we didn't even know we scooped on.
I would like for Blue Mage to get Limit Break.
Where everyone's LSA. They're all fighting to see which Blue Mage gets it first.
Yep.
All right, folks. This has been the Carbuncle Chronicle. Thank you, everyone, for listening. But thank you so much to Jazzy and Denmo for joining us on this conversation. It was super fun.
Yes, thank you so much.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, so, Jazzy, where can we find you on the internets?
Oh, you can find me, my handle everywhere is Jazzy_please, PLZ. It's Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Gosh, I'm on everything now because stuff, but mostly on Twitch. That's where my streams are, so if you're feeling up to it, come hang out.
Can say from personal experience, it's a great time. You definitely should. Denmo, where can we find you?
Just at McStronghuge on Twitter is where I'm at usually, and you can find everything else from there.
Awesome. So, for me, you can find me on Twitter at It's Basil Time. Anna's at Angel Darkfire, but the middle A is silent. You can find Doug on Redbubble and buy his amazing Black Mage t-shirt at redbull.com/umitsu. And you can find the Awesome Cast, which is the home of the Carbuncle Chronicle, at awesomecast.com. We do also post episode updates on Twitter and Facebook, both at AwesomeCast. Our theme song was originally created by DJ Nabito, although re-edited and recreated in a more Final Fantasy-esque way by Anna. We also have a Patreon I always forget to talk about, but we have one. Please help us pay for server costs. We also have an AwesomeCast Discord that you can totally join and talk with us about all things Final Fantasy XIV and more. And until next time, we're out.
Bunnies on the moon. There's bunnies on the moon. Damn well, Square, you better give me bunnies. There's bunnies on the moon.
Naming away, bunny.
That's right.